Hey, 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 how are you doing, everyone? Ooh, I just realized something. I have something new that I haven't actually turned on.
Oh no, I do feel pain.
Let's see if we can get that working.
Ah!
Oh, silly bot. Great. Hey there, Wayne. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good one. You got a sub! Awesome. I can't remember whether I saw you have a sub, but I'm so happy. Look at those emotes. How are you doing this Friday? Hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing. Yes. The emote, the gift subs from Neo. Awesome, aren't they? Two. And I also just realized that some of my new emotes have been approved. Only some though. I wonder why. I've got that bouncing one. Yeah, those. Wayne, you're the first person to ever use them. I literally just realized, just noticed. Very cool. Ah, I've got two more that haven't been approved yet. I wonder why. I thought I uploaded them at the same time. Oh well, I guess gotta wait, just gotta wait. How are you doing, Wayan? Oh, actually, that's what I wanted to do. I'll take my browser because you may have noticed that Stream Elements is new. Oh, not Stream Elements, Stream Avatar. And I'm still trying to figure out how to see, that didn't work at all, did it? It's supposed to be like, randomly changing people to a different thing. But it's not, is it? Oh. Well, until I figure that out better, there should be a... You should be able to use the extension to choose, I guess, what your avatar is. Hey there, random Minecrafter. Hey there, bud. How are you doing? Can I bring back the chicken or the little fire chicken? See, now there are people who are in disagreement as to whether or not it should be an owl or the little fire chicken. Okay, so Wayan, you asked earlier, what is it I'm going to be drawing today? I had wanted to, where's my shop house? So I was thinking about, like, I was like, okay, maybe should I pick up, like, continue this shop house, but I played a little around with it a little bit. I was like, I wasn't quite feeling the vibe. I was thinking, is it because of the approach, the kind of look that's going for. I played with some colors, and that actually looked pretty nice with the shading and stuff like that. So I could continue with this and just kind of like flesh it out a little further, but I'm still not 100% convinced that the isometric approach kind of is giving the vibe that I want to go for. Yeah, but exactly, right? If I line them up, and I think that's definitely, that would be super cool, I think. But yeah, I'm not sure if the isometric approach is one I want to go for. Like, it's not quite giving the kind of vibes I had wanted to play with. I mean, it was a great experiment. And it could be a stylistic thing. Like, I need to master it a bit better. And then I'll be able to, like, make it do stylistically what I want it to do. But yeah, something is off with the roof, and I think it's because I lined this up and I shouldn't do that. It's aligned too perfectly with that, and I think that's why it's kind of making it look a bit odd into it. I was thinking that I can do the shop house thing again, but do it in a different style. So instead of an isometric, kind of like a bit more full on, it doesn't have that distortion. Might be cuter, I don't know. So yeah, that's something that I might do today. Well, no, I think I'll try it. I think I'll play around with it, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, like a front face, not quite fully front face. You can see a little bit in the browser that I have. So it's like there's a little bit of a perspective, but it's not like such a technical drawing style, full-on kind of thing as well. Okay, let me catch up with chat because a bunch of y'all were saying some stuff. But you're exhausted. Long week. I hope you can rest. I hope you're not working this weekend. And Random Minecrafter, yesternoon is a word. I found that out from A Word a Day, which is a website that kind of gives you a new interesting word for a day, and each week is themed, and this theme is, yes, there is a word for it. So yesternoon, it means yesterday's noon, like yesterday's afternoon, right? There is a word for it. So that was pretty cool. So yesternoon's meeting was a good one, I guess you could say. It's a long day, but understood. Okay. I don't think I can. I still haven't figured out how exactly Stream Avatar works. I was going to. I thought that the randomizer would kind of do it better, but I'm not sure. It doesn't seem to have worked very well in there. But let's see. But I do not know if those words like yesternight and yestermorn exist. They should, right? It kind of makes sense like they would. Okay, I'm gonna pin Bod. Oops. Oh, I shouldn't have grabbed her when she was when the apple was. Can I pin you? Can I pin you? I'm like, turn you into a lettuce. There you go. And Random Minecrafter. What shall I turn you? Oops. Need to figure out how to. Let's see. I'll turn you into... Okay. You can be a mushroom. So I don't know whether I have any of this set up, right? I don't think I do. By right, you ought to be able to have an... is it extension? Okay. So by right, like you should be able to like click on the stream and there'll be a stream avatars thing, and then you can like choose your avatars and whatnot. I haven't quite figured it out too well. And there are things like props and stuff like that. I need to spend more time understanding it. It's all very new. But I realized just today, this afternoon, when I was playing around with it, that this is actually how I can make it a better reward, I guess, for guessing the secret rhyme. So if you type currency, exclamation mark currency, like this, or if you click on the extension, you're able to see how much, like how many rhyme points you have, and then you can use them to like buy... Oh no, not currency, because I changed that. Exclamation mark rhyme points. Look at me giving bad information. There you go. So like, so you're in chat and whatnot, you kind of gain rhyme points, but if you guess the secret rhyme, you're gonna get rhymes, or you're gonna get rhyme points as a reward, and then you can use them to like buy avatars and props and stuff like that. And I figured that would be kind of fun. So I'm kind of thinking about that. And then you can exclamation mark jump to try and catch that star that's flying around, and I think that's really difficult. All right, and what I am gonna do is that I am going to give rhyme points out. This is just because y'all... Did you? Did you? I didn't see that. Amazing. You exclamation mark jump, and then try and time it with the lag that's in there. Ooh, what's a saloon staple way in? Well, that's the clue. I can't tell you the answer. The answer for that. Okay, enough silliness. Let me know if you can see the extension, the stream avatars extension. Oops, bugger. And you know, whether you can see like the different avatars and whatnot that are available there for you. Hey there, Silverus. How are you doing, you gorgeous creature? Bud got it. Ooh, and Bud got 50 rhyme points. Nice, well done. Ooh, Rhymebot is giving lots of clues so quickly. You shouldn't be doing that. Wait. Why is it giving so many... Why is Rhymebot giving so many clues out so frequently? It's not supposed to be doing that. Have y'all... Did y'all bribe Rhymebot? Let's see. Y'all bribe Rhymebot. There were so many of it coming through as well. Wait, time rhyme prompt? Okay, what I'm doing right now is I'm seeing why and how so many of them came through. They shouldn't have. Time rhyme prompt. Interesting. Yeah, some of the clues are really straightforward. So that's why it shouldn't be coming out that often. Let's see. What are you catching? There's nothing to catch now. Interesting. Ooh, I think I found what was cheeky about my rhyme bot. You're secretly activating that should have fixed them. Fixed them. Are you stuck in the corner? Oh no! Oops, let's not pin you. Rhymebot is working extra hard. Okay, I'll drop you another star for y'all to catch. There y'all go. Yes, the lag is real. Oh, super interesting. I think my system must have glitched a little bit. So you know what? Let me. Actually, I'll do it now. I'll add it now. Do 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 do. There you go. Great. Now. Great. Perfect. Great, let me save that. Perfect. Yes, yes, exactly, Rhymebot. You got it twice, bot? That's amazing. Well done. I should just change this into a just chatting stream since I haven't actually started any of the art yet. Wei En asked if I can draw the mystery shack. What's that, Wei En? Okay, let me Google it. Mystery shack. It sounds familiar. Is it from Scooby-Doo? No. It isn't. What is this? From Gravity Falls? Oh, wow. Looks amazing. I don't think I know Gravity Falls. Ooh. It's a TV series. Super cool. It looks amazing though, the Gravity Shack, the Mystery Shack. Look at that. That would be super cool. Okay, you know what? I'll add this to my QA and thank you. I might need to watch some of it as well, but it looks like a really nice design. Random Minecrafter, no, I haven't eaten yet. Have y'all eaten yet? Ooh, and Wei En was the first to use them. Some of my new emotes got approved. Some others haven't, but oh, you're cooking now. What are you cooking? Okay, so how do I forgot how to. Okay. Just gonna use like my own work as like a base, I guess. Ooh, minced beef fusilli sounds amazing. I'm finding this emote wall pretty cool though. It's pretty cute. Okay, okay, let me what should I call it? Pixel art. Where's my pixel art folder? Shop house. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that maybe we can make this work. We do a different style thing, and I think I understand roughly how it's meant to be, how the layers and stuff should work. So why not we just give it a go, right? Why don't we do that, Rhymers? Actually, before I do that, since y'all were so naughty and guessed the right clue so quickly, hey there, RJ Love MC, how are you doing? Happy belated birthday. I'm so sorry I missed your missed wishing you a birthday. when we were on stream. Oh, okay. RJ is trying to guess this one, so I will wait for him to do that before I change the rhyme clue. And while he's thinking that, what I'm gonna do is that, oh, stop putting bombs, stop putting bombs. Okay, where's okay, there's RJ. I'm gonna pin RJ because I have a special avatar that I have created. That was meant for RJ. But it's not working. Oh. Why isn't it working? RJ? Why isn't it working? Okay, Wayan, why don't you give me, why don't you do me a favor? And yes, you can definitely be a green bell pepper. But why don't you go see whether you can like click that bell pepper yourself using either the extension on the console. Can you see that? It should either be if you click on the stream itself. If you click on it, there's only blurb. That isn't correct, is it? Okay, let me see if I need to be somewhere else. My extensions. It should be okay. You know what? Okay, I switched it to be a panel, so technically if you scroll down, I'm hoping that works better. But even if that doesn't work, you can click on that link. You should open up in a new tab, and hopefully it lets you decide, like choose your own thingamajiggums as well. What I am going to do is that you're all going to see some really ugly stuff. So I had made some emotes, not emotes, avatars for people. Okay, I'm gonna disconnect that because I'm thinking that maybe that's part of the problem. I'll reconnect that. Where is RJ? RJ. There you go. But yes, you can. Click on the extension and see whether you can self-serve into buying yourself the banana as well. And yes, RJ, that's you. You can see why I gave you that particular one. And thank you, Isaac, for the lurk. So I think it's like a really expensive redeem or avatar as well. So you might be the only Charmander, and that's just because it's you. Okay. You also need to have more at RJ. So RJ, what I've decided is that you're gonna get Rhyme points for all the avatars and stuff, whenever you guess something. So here are just some like backdated points. But you managed to do it! Fabulous! Did you do it by clicking the extension, or was it a panel? I'm so glad it worked! That's amazing. Okay, I'm getting way too excited at that. Start drawing rhymes. You did using extensions, brilliant. That's really awesome. Okay. I need to see whether I can understand. It doesn't really shift with perspective. Which is interesting, right? Because let's just say that if that's my lower window, it doesn't like distort. It's not like a vanishing point either. Wonder if that's going to be sort of the way forward. I'm not sure if it is, but the idea I have is maybe I should use a fill tool so it's a little bit clearer. Yeah, that I kind of would have the pillars sort of acting this way. You can duplicate that. Wait, and it didn't work for you? Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. At least it managed to work for bot, so at least we know that that works. But let me just switch you around to a green bell pepper for now. Are you a green bell pepper, Wayne? Yes, you are. Okay, no, I did that manually through the back end of the system. We can figure out why it did or didn't work next time. Interesting. So, rhymers, because I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just sketching out like the perspectives, you know, of what this would look like. I wonder if it would be like that. Okay, I'm gonna look for more references. To see how exactly they deal with this perspective thing that I'm trying to go for. Okay, I mean, y'all can just share the clues with RJ, since so many of them were mistakenly shared by the bot. So RJ, don't feel bad. It's just that Rhymebot went a bit rogue.
Could you pick me up so I can fight you?
Thank you so much, Wei-En, for redeeming that clue. Actually, let me put it here. For RJ Love MC. Okay, so it is an object. 2 syllables, right? And I'm just scrolling up because I want to find some of the hints that Rhymebot gave. So one of it, the only one I can find when I scrolled up is a container for hooked up goo. Oh, there you go. It actually just gave that one up again. A container for hooked up goo. Let's see, I think there were a few others that came up. A device for keeping floors clean and low. A must-have for chewers of tobacco. It is indeed, but an item that contains yucky liquid. Ew, says Wei-En. It is very ewy, it's a very ewy thing. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. Hello, I am This Rhymes with Orange. I usually play point and click games, kind of either retro and or indie games that have a fair amount of pixel art in them. So I decided, hey, why don't I learn how to do some pixel art? So you have stumbled into a stream of me trying to do pixel art very badly. And with a name like This Rhymes with Orange, we gotta have some rhyming to do, and that's what everyone in chat is doing right now. They are trying to guess. Well, actually, most people have guessed it already. But every time, I almost always will have a word that's a prompt, and if you can guess the secret rhyme I've selected for it, there's a little bit like that. That happens. Well done. Congratulations, RJ. Exactly, you did it. And now not only do you get that kind of alert thing that is also found on our Discord. So if you want to have that for yourself or posterity, that little image is saved on the Discord. You can go grab it there. You will now also get points that you can redeem in our newly implemented stream avatar system, which I think will be fun. I gotta figure out how to make it work better because everyone is an Apple, and I don't think that's how it should be. RJ, I don't know if you are an expert on stream avatars. Okay, actually, everyone pause for a bit. I'm gonna try and see whether this thing that I do will fix it. If I go to user, editing, I don't know if this is right, but Let's I'll just go back and give it a shot. RJ, I did that yesterday. Wian, you changed your block, man. How did you manage to do that? Oh, did I change you back? I'm sorry if I did. Oh no, did I accidentally change everyone back? Oh no, I'm so sorry, everyone. RJ, I did add you on Steam. I added you yesterday. I might have done something not right. I'm gonna try and change y'all back. I'm sorry. Oh, wait, you're a tomato now. I like that. Okay, RJ, I just want to make sure. I think I've gifted you the Charmander skin. Can you just make sure it is with you? Sorry, y'all, for ruining things. Wait, that's a super cool block, man. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna go back to... I feel like I need to just rename this as a just chatting stream. I wonder if art is going to be a... Misnomer. If y'all came in for art, I'm sorry. I'll get back to it. Okay, pixel art. Buildings. You have it, RJ. You just had to refresh. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. It isn't an isometric building, but I don't know what this other style of art is called. The one that this is. How much is a Charmander? RJ, I set it as like 9,999 points because I want it to be an exclusive thing. I'm thinking of like special avatars for, you know, like special, like the VIPs on stream. If there's something that represents them. Okay, what I'm struggling with right now, right, is that I'm thinking how would that be represented? So okay, if it's a triangular roof, that's a bit more straightforward. I understand how to like draw that in like this particular world, but it isn't that. So let's see if I have something like that.
Who's that Pokemon?
What is that? RJ, was that you? Nice. Oh, that's freaking cute. I love that. That was freaking cute. But it was you. Nice. Love it. See, this is an interesting one, right? How the roof. Okay, y'all, so what I'm doing right now is that I'm just doing like essentially it's just color blocks, right? Of what I think the general layout of it is going to be. Of the different elements and whatnot. That make up the shop house phase. I'm not gonna be too precise about it. But I just want to see whether like my intuitions are right with the sketch. Because if that's the front face, and then we have that coming down through that way. Wayne, you're gonna say for the Charmander too? Are there any other emotes or avatars? Because I'm thinking I can actually I'll probably try and make them, and that'll be fun. Y'all be forced with my ugly little avatars. RJ, you said that you had a custom stream avatar character, 70% made. It was never finished. Is it the Charmander in the onesie? Is that what you got made? Because if so, that'll be freaking adorable. Nice. Ooh, random I can't work today. Random Minecrafter, you're done with food. Go, go, go. Enjoy dinner, y'all. Okay, I have now forgotten shop house. Oops, not in caps. Shop house side view. The artist lost it. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. That sucks. Yeah, that is really freaking sad. You know, I'm not sure if this style of perspective works appropriately. But I don't think I can make it work, you know, with the skewing and whatnot. But I don't think, okay, so the issue I'm having here is that because this front bit is actually slanted, and I was like, okay, I need to draw it from the front perspective, but I don't think I should actually. I don't think I should. Yeah, okay. I think that kind of makes more sense. That does make more sense. Yeah, Wayan, that is really so sad. Wayan says that hopefully the artist can draw it again. Also, if you're lurking in chat, say hi. Oops. I'm guessing that if you're hanging around here, you like chaos. Okay, you know what? Actually, that's not too bad. That's really, really not too bad at all. I'm wondering how we would make the Shadowsies. Like, I think I'm getting a sense of how this works. Oops, like from a physics perspective. Well, not a physics perspective, but like from how I need to like distort the image to do what it is that I want it to do. Okay, Rhymers, I'm probably not going to be anywhere close to finishing this piece, but it's actually pretty interesting just to be sketching out where the general shapes of everything should go. Actually, thank you for that call out, Wei, and I have just saved. Ooh, and actually that reminds me, y'all have gotten the rhyme clue, or rather y'all have guessed the rhymes already, so where am I? Here I am. Wayne, what do you think about that emote? But yes, happy birthday to you, RJ, even though it's a few days late. That is the prompt for the game, birthday. Was it? Nice. Wayne, you're completely right. When Rhymebot was going crazy, that would have been the perfect. Oh, that was the perfect emote. Oops. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I think this does work. I think this does work, Rhymers. Well, I'm not sure the pillar works. If I should be going to this level of detail. I guess what I'm struggling with is that when I'm doing the pixel art, I'm trying to get so much of the details in, it ends up looking just like a really bad technical drawing. And maybe what I need to be doing is less accurate representation, more, you know, like fun interpretation of forms and whatnot, right? Maybe that is what I ought to be more focused on. Wei-Yin, so the clues that come through from the rhyme bot don't come in all that often naturally, but what you can do is it's actually cheaper than, so the clue that you redeem, I might actually turn that clue off because I feel like it's too expensive now. But okay, so there is the, where is it? Okay, so the clue to the secret rhyme is 500 points, right? Which actually, I need to see whether I might want to reimburse that to you, Wei-Yin, because you were being kind. But okay, so 500 points, you can do that. But for, where is it? For 199 points, you can redeem Rhymebot that will give you more clues for 2 minutes. So the more rhymes you type, Rhymebot will kind of give you more hints and clues. Yes. Well, it should. Come on, Rhymebot. Come on. No? I'm adjusting the timing. So I think what had happened was that something had glitched last time I saved, and that's why Rhymebot was giving out way too many clues.
Gold!
Wei-Yin got it! Well done! Congratulations, Wei-Yin! Nice! Oh, now Rhymebot decides to give more clues. Wei-Yin, that was amazing! Well done! Yes, sharpness, RJ. Sharpies. RJ, you got it! Amazing! Love it. Yes, a fish with sharp teeth. Actually, is it technically a fish? It is, isn't it? It is a fish. Always, yeah, I guess I didn't, yeah, I don't think I know for certain. Nice, RJ, you turned the show deleted messages off. I was gonna say that, like, you know, especially if you like the rhyme game, that's unfortunately something that people will need to turn off if they have the, what, I can't remember what the name of that extension is, the 7 something? I'm just gonna do like better color blocking for this, so I don't get that distracted. Wei-Yin, yes, there are extensions out there. So like there's one that's meant for whatchamacallit, emotes, right? It's technically meant for like emotes. What's the name of it, RJ? but then it has a feature of like revealing messages that were deleted as well, which I didn't realize because I only recently installed that one. Oh, does BTTV have it as well? I thought it was the other one, the 7 something. I didn't realize BTTV had it as well. Okay, I'm gonna see how to sketch this particular doozy. Oops. I guess that's one way of doing it. No, love the TV, the heart trains. Yes, RJ, what do you think about the little bouncing, orange with a heart? I can't tell if it's clear enough that that's what it is. But yeah, I was just playing around. Oh, and look at that, y'all giving each other hugs. Oh, wait a minute. Why is that? You should be gone, chat window. There you go. Rammers, do y'all think that I should have a background added to the stream avatars? A little background action in there. Okay. Should put rocks. Okay, you know what? I don't think that this thing works. Like, I feel like it creates too many levels. Fire in the background, RJ? Okay, I feel like this creates too many like levels if I try and do, you know, like to try and represent the pillars and stuff like that. So if I flatten them out, just to show like rough forms, yes, Wayan. So I gave I put the Charmander super expensive because like I think there are a few avatars that I have in mind that will kind of really represent certain of like, you know, the regulars, the OGs and whatnot in the channel. Maybe I'll change it around, right? If you like the Charmander and the Pokemon stuff, it's just that we're not really a Pokemon kind of community, but maybe we will be, I don't know. So that's why I didn't think anyone else would want it. But if you do, then no, maybe I can make it like a more sensible, a more reasonable maybe amount. But then, you know, if I hang around, maybe there'll be a special VIP thing for you as well. We'll decide on what it is that you are. But I do think that I want to try and draw and create some of the avatars. I think that'll be fun. Is there a grass block? What do you mean by grass block, Wayne? Ooh, a grass block avatar. Ooh, that's interesting. I don't know. I like the way that this pixel artist has kind of like done it. Let's see. It's a very interesting way. Oops. I'm just gonna sketch something out. Ooh, actually, this might be a good time to use this tool, which I never really have before. Actually interesting. What I like about this approach is that, yeah, this might be a nice way of getting around it. Yeah, I like this, rhymers. Okay, sorry, what I am kind of reacting to or responding to is the idea that whoops. Okay, that isn't a very good curve, is it? How do I make this tool work? I do not know how to use this tool. Ooh, what's that, RJ? Yes, Wayne, good question. Let me try it. Does it make all of you fight? I don't want you to fight each other. Okay, Battle Royale. I'm gonna watch this. Ooh, what's happening? The Battle Royale is starting. Oh no, do you fight each other? I don't want you to fight each other. Oh no. Oh wait, but RJ, I heard that there are boss battles, right? Like everyone can come together to fight like a big boss. Ooh. Oh no, why is people being blown apart? Oh no, the Charmander got beat by an apple. So what happens? 500 Rhine points for winning that? Okay, I gotta change that. That's way too many points. Way too many points. Yeah, 50 makes more sense. I'll change that. Okay, RJ, do I type in boss? Ooh. Oh, I think I've seen this before. I would love to, you know, like, maybe create, so it's an idea to draw like, bosses, like enemy bosses and stuff. Hey there, Knightsy. Hi, welcome. Love it. You've joined for the boss battle. How are you doing, Knightsy? It's a full squad. A mage, a warrior, a priest. Nice. Love it. You're awesome. Oh no. That's a massive Pumpkin King. What the hell? I'm not even like paying attention to ooh. Silverus, hi! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Like, I'm both like super distracted, because I kind of want to be a good boy and, you know, do this. Oh, bugger. Pixel art thing. But then y'all are fighting a giant pumpkin boss. How can I not pay attention to that? Wait. It did a random attack. Ooh. Oh, you need to type numbers. You need to type numbers. That's like a way of controlling a character. Let's see. Burn, oh no. Nicey says they need to increase the screen quality to read. Hold up. Ooh, what should I? Nicey, is there something I can do to help? The text is actually quite small, isn't it? How do I should improve that. Okay, but I am actually gonna save this. That's like pillar, because I think that's a nice pillar. No, Wayne, are you gonna die? Don't die, don't die. Okay, Rhymers, I kinda like this. I'm feeling this, I'm feeling this. Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. All right. Ooh. Nightsea, it said. Isn't Nightsea fighting? Oh, it's a heal. Understand. Okay, that's cool. Oh, and I'm glad that I didn't even realize, I don't know how many months it hasn't been working. But my voice visualizer color is finally changing based on who's last chat. Well, I mean, as long as they have a color set. So now it's green because Wayne's green. Oh no. Is the battle not going good, you guys? Oh no, Wayne. Okay. Wayne says, ooh, can you make boss fight into redeem so you can redeem it? Ooh, I think that would be fun. That's an idea. Okay, I'll figure out. I think, you know what? Yes, I can, because... Okay, I don't know if there's a way of directly connecting it, but I definitely can make it so that when you redeem it, the boss thing command gets sent, and then that will start. That'll be fun. Thank you for the idea, Wayne. Let me make sure I write it down. So change change Battle Royale. Boss fight redeem. That'll be fun. Silver's going for dinner. Thank you for stopping by, you gorgeous creature. Have a great dinner. I kind of like this abstraction. It feels right, you know? When it scowls, does it mean he's gonna do something terrible to y'all? Because I don't like the sound of that. Oh no. Well, good try, y'all. I'm proud of y'all. Y'all did a good job. Great job, actually. Nightsea? He put his seeds in you? I won't even ask what that means. How are you doing, Nightsea? Hope you've been well. I finally have a sus emote. RJ says that the artist says that they need to pay if you want to get the avatar done. You don't have money? Oh, yeah, it's always tough. You managed to contact the artist, huh? Okay, I'm reconsidering things because I like the pattern. I don't know if it is a smart thing. To be doing. I don't know if this will read well. Okay, I'm switching back and forth because I'm looking at this kind of pixel art style, and it feels like I might have way too many details for it, which then now kind of has me a little bit confused, right? Like, I mean, okay, cool. So should I try and represent a nice shop house kind of vibe, or should I try and go for this kind of thing, which is quite an interesting vibe? Hey there! Oh. That was me. That was me because I said I didn't know what to do. Valente Worm? Is that how? Valente Worm? Welcome, welcome, welcome! Good morning, says them. How are you guys? We are doing pretty good. I'm pretty good. And yes, it isn't the morning for me either, but good morning to you. Whereabouts are you from? I'm guessing it is... okay, so it's 7:47 p.m. here, where I am. In a little island state in Southeast Asia called Singapore, 1 degree north of the equator. So I'm guessing... Are you in Europe, perhaps? In any case, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am This Rhymes with Orange. I usually play pixel art. No, I don't play pixel art. I play games that have pixel art. Point and clicks, that's the P word I was looking for. Kind of indie games, retro games, and any kind of mix between the two. If you're looking for AAA shooters, Valorant, Overwatch, all of that good stuff, this ain't the place. And because so much of the games I enjoy have pixel art or things that look like pixel art, and I've always wanted to learn how to do art, I figured, hey, why not? Why not go on stream and let the lovely people on the internet keep me company and give me fabulous suggestions or recommendations, and keep me going in terms of learning how to do pixel art. So here I am trying to figure out how to do kind of line art, not line art, pixel art of a shop house in different styles, and I don't know if this is the right way of doing it as well. Valente Worm says, not very close, you're from Brazil. It's 8:48 a.m. That is relatively early, but amazing. That's so cool. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I love the fact that, you know, we kind of have a whole spread of different people from all around the world. Are you a, you know what, actually I'm going to check you out. Are you a pixel artist? Because if you are, I would be terrified. Okay, it doesn't say that you are. Thank you, Wayan, for saying that people should follow. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Nice, RJ, you're so good at that jump catch thing. Also, you may have noticed, if you're new to the channel, we've just implemented the stream avatars thing, and I have no idea how it works. So if you all know more about stream avatar, very open to getting your suggestions and recommendations. Of course you know a lot, RJ. You're an expert at Twitch. Okay, RJ tells me to mass hug. Does everyone give each other hugs? I don't know if that worked. Maybe I did something wrong, RJ. Valente Worm says, don't worry. You're not actually. You're learning yourself. And it looks nice what I'm doing. Oh, the tag was part of the command. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for the kind words, Valente Worm. I appreciate that. So, what, get people to hug me? Oh, wow. That's a lot of hugging. So, Valente Worm, the shop house is actually a kind of architecture that we have here in Singapore. I'll pull up some in the little window that you can see over there. And so it's all these like buildings that are relatively old but beautiful in Singapore. I absolutely love them. I'm not gonna mass bomb. That's evil, isn't it? Okay, let me see what that does. I think I know what that does. But all the love to the burb. Thank you. This doesn't actually hurt your avatars, does it? Oh no, that's so violent. Oh, also, Valente Worm, because with a name like this rhymes with orange, I had to have something to do with rhymes, didn't I? So I almost always have a prompt, a word for you to try and guess a secret rhyme to. And if you can guess, you kind of get a little visual reward and alert. And now you actually get points for stream avatars that you hopefully can use to redeem more avatars and props and gears and things like that. So the word for today, or for right now, is birthday, because it was RJ Love MC's birthday a few days ago. And you can see Rhymebot just gave you all a clue. A snake of the sea, it's a hunter. Okay, but Wayan and RJ already got it, right? I'm not doing mass fart. I don't want to do that. Actually, when I saw the fart, I was like, can I deactivate that? I don't want y'all farting around in my channel. Stinky creatures.
Doors closing.
Doors closing? What kind of pixel art do you do, Valente Worm? If you don't mind sharing, of course. No compulsion here whatsoever. Oh, fine, fine, RJ. Just because it's your birthday. Oh no. Okay, if that's it, then that's fine. Oh no, there's noxious green gas. Wei-Yen, you know when you play that sound, that's what I imagined. So Wei-Yen says, imagine you're an MRT. And the MRT is the mass rapid transit here in Singapore. It's kind of like the subway or the underground or the tube. Imagine you're on the MRT and then the doors close as soon as you fart. You're a dueling? RJ, do you control? Is it random? It's random, isn't it? Oh no, it's so close. Why is Wei-Yen missing? Oh wow, dual points are 100. Okay, I need to change all of these point systems. They're mad. Either that or I just make like everything more expensive. Maybe I do that. I make everything else more expensive. Oh, it was like a bet. Wait, oh, so did Wei-Yen, did 100 points come from Wei-Yen? Or no, it did. Wei-Yen, challenge RJ back, challenge RJ back. But RJ, there's no way of actually, it's not really a skill-based game, is it? Like you can't control like the battle. You can choose whether to accept or not, right? Okay. Thank you, RJ. But Wei-Yen, you should challenge RJ anyway. So Valente Worm, if I don't know if it's still there. What kind of art do you do? Another duel. I'm gonna watch this. Ooh, looks like an even fight. A lot less random things happening. Oh no, Wei-Yen. Oh no. Like I'm just saying that that's a fee for teaching me how duels work. Yeah, all the missing and the crits are so interesting. It's really pure luck, isn't it? Wait, Rhymers, where did my toolbar go? Rhymers, I think I did something to my... Okay. Oh, so sorry, Valente Worm. I missed it. You said you answered earlier, so I'm so sorry I didn't read that. You're trying to do pixel art for mostly for games like tile sets and stuff, and builds like houses. Oh, that's super cool. Do you make games? Oh no, y'all gambling? How do the slots tell you whether you're getting... Does it tell you whether you win or not? I'm looking. Ooh, it is very small. Oh, I won stuff. Oh, nice. Is it just because, like, no, I'm the streamer? Okay, so that's the thing. I like how some of this looks. It's really, really pretty. Aww. Oh, did you? Nice. Congratulations, man. Awesome. Okay, that's pretty fun. But don't gamble too much, kids. Pillar arcs. Valente Worm says that also learning to make games, that's super cool. That's so awesome. But you're mostly interested in art though. You're an illustrator. Ooh, that's super cool. No presence online, but like to draw very much. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing. So, as I was saying that, like, I always wanted to be able to do art. It's one thing that I just never put in the work towards like learning. And I mean, I've only got myself to blame for that, right? Like absolutely no one else. You know, I just didn't put in the work needed to, you know, develop a skill, and it is a skill, right? And I think what was super interesting for me is that you know, like I've tried a few times to, you know, like learn drawing. Like I think the spare time I was trying to learn how like cartooning kind of works as well. So I was like trying to practice drawing that, rendering that. And of course I did the really bad thing of being like, oh, why aren't I an expert already? And everything I do looks bad. I don't want to do this anymore. Right? Which is just terrible because, you know, you can't get good if you don't work on things, right? Ooh, RJ says that the only one skill base other than boss is basketball. Okay, let's do it. Throw yourself into hoops? I've never seen that. Basketball. Ooh. That looks cool. That does look pretty cool. Ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-ba-ba-bum-ba-da-bum-ba. Bum-ba-da-bum-bum. Ooh, that's math. Enter the angle and the power to shoot your avatar at the basket. Wait, I didn't see that. I don't even know what the basket is. I don't see anything happening, RJ. Oh. Wei-Yen. So you need to type exclamation mark shoot. Oh, you don't need to exclamation mark shoot. Just type in angle and the speed at which you want to go through. RJ, is Wei-Yen meant to be doing it at the same time as well? Or is it now Wei-Yen's turn? Valente Worm says, oh, they were also in the same spot. I think the key is practice the fundamentals like basic shapes and shading and draw mostly what you like. With time you start to look for new ways to draw and improve. Thank you for that. I really like that advice, Valente Worm. That's very helpful. One of the things I was saying that when I discovered pixel art and starting learning how to do it, it became actually quite apparent that I was like, I'm learning a fair amount, and it's also quite an intuitive way of working for me. It feels like pixel art I seem to get, and it's probably like, you know, because I've worked in very math related fields and whatnot, and I enjoy that kind of precision. So I'm really enjoying it. Like, you know, it feels, for one, something I'm picking up and I'm like, yeah, things are looking half interesting, half decent. So it's a little old, but some of the I can show, like one of the first things I ever did was actually this. I wanted to make a little portrait of one of my friends as well. And that's actually a picture of her from her wedding day as well, and that is her sassy attitude. She doesn't actually do a head shake, but it captures the essence pretty well. But yeah, so that was one of the very first pieces I did, and I think, you know what, it caught me stuck onto pixel art as well. So yeah. Valente Worm says, yeah, they love pixel art because of that. It's a very natural place to start. Exactly. Well, thank you. I really appreciate your advice. Okay. I think that might be a little too dark. So I'm just sketching out some of the shapes. That might do I'm trying to figure out a different perspective of drawing a shop house. I'm still kind of wondering, is this too much? Valente Worm asked if I'm trying to replicate the pixel art on the right. No, so actually the pixel art on the right is a half-done piece that I did. So I worked on this last week and I wanted to try and draw buildings for the first time. And of course, I know I picked a complicated shop house and I wanted to try an isometric style. So this was what I did last week in one of the streams. And I did it, and I'm like, okay, I'm pretty happy with what I executed because I was like learning how to do the roof and project out the images and stuff. But I looked at it, I'm like, it didn't really have that cutesy vibe that I was going for. I think the isometric angle makes it look too much like a technical drawing. So that's why now in this stream I was like, let me try a different perspective. That's the one on the left. So the one on the right is like just my own reference for myself. Yeah, Valente, where isometric is really cool into that. But yeah, so I'm just trying like a different style, see what I can capture, the kind of spirit that I'm going for with a different thing. So this is me just mucking around. I shouldn't put art, I feel guilty, but and well done, y'all. The gaming is cool. Okay, but I should adjust the points, or okay, not maybe I shouldn't adjust the points. I should just make the whatchamacallit, the things in the shop, the avatar, more expensive, right? I think that makes it fun. Like rather than like reducing everything down, I just make the stuff more expensive. Yes, exactly. Wait, and just inflate things up. I didn't realize that all these games gave you so many points. Yeah, so 30 points every minute, every 5 minutes. Okay, that I think that's also higher than I thought I set it to be lower than that. But I might need to increase that if I'm doing inflation. We'll see. Again, you know, it's not really that vibe, right, of what's on the little computer that's there right now, what I'm drawing. I killed that sketch. Windows. Okay. RJ, you say you might go play Room 40? Yeah, you should. Ciphers. I'm also wondering, I've been going on for almost 2 hours. It's amazing, isn't it, Rhymers, that when I'm kind of like trying to figure out pixel art, and today was just weird. Weren't productive, that's all I've drawn. Okay, no. Need to be fair. I kind of like figure out how to block things. Y'all taught me about stream avatars a little bit, so I think that was kind of fun. But yeah, I'm surprised how much time has passed just with me mucking around.
Welcome, patron, to the Barbary Coast.
Oh, Valencia Worm, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. And ooh, an emote pyramid. So yeah, Valencia Worm, you also notice that I kind of do little bits of things around the stream and the layout using very simple pixel art that I did a very long time ago. Actually, even before I wanted to learn how to pixel art. I was like, oh, I can make these console things, and I kind of like just created them technically with pixel art. They're all really bad though, so don't look at them too closely. I need to redo everything. But I am kind of, I think that computer is kind of cute. Okay. isn't too bad. Again, not quite the vibe, right, that I think we were going for. But again, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Bugger. But thank you so much for the follow, Antiworm. I really appreciate that. I would love to see some of your pixel art. If you like, you can join our Discord and post it. We have a little channel there for like creative sharing. But you're back, welcome, and Stingray is close. Longer, think longer. Longer. How was dinner? Actually, not talking about, or just mentioning that has made me realize that I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Okay. Actually, that's pretty cute, I think. I like that. And I know I'll do the detailing for the ceiling. Wei-Yen, I was trying not to think about it and you've put the thought in my mind. Are you gonna get McDonald's or something? And I had a pretty unhealthy lunch as well. Bad Moon says that dinner was yummy. I'm so glad to hear that. Actually, Rhymers, even though it took a really long time, I'm kind of proud of that. I'm proud of this. Ooh, Wei-Yen ate stuff from Don Don Donki, like sushi and rice for lunch. Ooh, that sounds good. Bugger. Always do that. Oh, actually, you know what I should do? Oh, is the sushi at Don Don Donki expensive? I haven't actually looked at it. I didn't realize it was expensive. Is it good though? Yeah, maybe like no solid, strong outlines might help. Okay, Rhymers, I'm just gonna flaff around this a little bit, see whether I can get the kind of feeling that I want. Okay, you know what? I don't like that line, so I'm gonna redraw it. What am I doing?
It's a pirate ship.
Hey there, must be. Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for the raid. And here I was thinking, ooh, oh, excuse me.
Welcome.
So excited I got choked.
Barbary Coast.
It's like, maybe I should go get food. I go get food. And if I was gonna raid, I was gonna wonder whether you were online. But welcome, 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 raiders. I am This Rhymes with Orange. A little orange owl, as you see, from a little island state in Southeast Asia called Singapore. I usually play point and click games, anything indie, retro, and in between. But because so many of those games have pixel art in them, and I've always wanted to learn how to do art, I've been wanting to learn pixel art. So this is me trying to figure it out. And it's so awesome to have you. Oh, sorry, excuse me for that. Thank you for the follow, Nemo Blank and Lightning Demon. How you doing? Hey, 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 Lightning Demon. And yes, it's oh, you know, I've typed that so many times, must be. I realized I never read it out. It must be a fucking raid. How was your stream? I hope you had a fabulous one. I completely understand if you need to go get food if you haven't eaten already. You should go. But I should do a shoutsy outsies for Must Be a Rock Star. And we've got like stream art stuff. Oh, I love Must Be. You definitely need to go give them a follow. One of my favorite music streams on the interwebs. Hey, Momo-san! Bye, Momo-san! Ooh, trumpets! Wait, Momo-san, aren't you on a holiday? But sending you all the love. I love this, must be. When was this? Which VOD is this in? I love that. Lightning Demon says that they love the owl, by the way. It's so cute. I know, I'm a little cutesy little owl. So for a short while, I was trying to switch apps and I turned to a little fire chicken. But most people, except for Wayan in chat, prefer the owl. Wayan likes the fire chicken. And Wayan 100%, the trumpet goes so freaking hard. I can never get enough of Must Be. So I legit, right, have had evenings where I have friends over. So I'm putting another clip on. Oh, happy birthday, RJ! Lightning! Who's also in chat. And it was RJ's birthday a few days ago, and that's the reason why the secret rhyme prompt is birthday. You know, with a name like This Rhymes with Orange, I had to have something to do with rhyming on my channel. So if you can think of the secret rhyme word for birthday, you'll get a little bit of a alert reward surprise thing. And Rhymebot has been trying to sneak clues into the chat. And yes, RJ, every time people are in the chat, RJ testing out his newly legal sus muscle. Whenever people are in like chat being sus or irate into a particularly sus channel, I'm always like, no, RJ is here. That's a good guess, Lightning. Stingray. So all the answers I have are one word. So yes, a predator of the coral reefs. and will rhyme with birthday. So Stingray could have been it. Bam. Ba-ba-ba. Nice. So unfortunately for those of you who came in on Mustbe's raid, oh, that's not right at all. That's a terrible, terrible roof. Sorry, y'all. I don't do music. And actually, you know what? That's not unfortunate at all for y'all, because if I tried to do music on stream, I'll probably get banned. And rightfully so. Trying to fill. Must be why? Because I'm awful. I have no music talent capability whatsoever. Must be says that, my dude, you're gonna lurk now? Of course, rest, go. You definitely need to unwind from your stream. Thank you so much for the raid. Thanks for sending the love. I really appreciate that. Having one of my favorite streamers raid me has made my week. Go rest, take care. You'll be amazing. Wayan says, try to do cover music. Okay, no, so the thing is that, like, I really enjoy kind of like singing. I'm kind of really shy of my voice, but it is the Neokililims that, you know, inspired me to not worry about my voice and just sing and all that stuff. But yeah, the talent is definitely missing. That's in there. And also, if any of you in chat who just recently joined us have been to Singapore or Malaysia, y'all might recognize the shop house that's on the right. So this is, you know, because I don't do anything properly, and, you know, trying to do something over ambitious is a surefire way to kill your own, I guess, motivation to learn a new skill. And I never learned that. So last week I said, hey, you know, I want to learn how to do pixel art, and I want to learn how to do buildings. So let me pick the most difficult kind of buildings in Southeast Asia. Shop houses. Well, it's not the most difficult, but it's really intricate and pretty. So last week I did this, the one you see on the right. And I kind of like it. It's not too bad. I'm glad I executed it. I think anyone who sees it knows it's a shop house. This is only like maybe 30% done, right? So much of the detailing isn't there. All the colors and all that are just blocks. But I did think, you know what? I was like, hey, you know, maybe I do need to, like, I wasn't happy with the perspective. It wasn't looking cutesy enough and like vibes. So I'm trying now to try a different style and approach. I've been playing around with that. Wayan says, try a durian too. You know what? That might actually be a fun way to end the stream. Can we do it? Let's try. Pixel art. What date is it today? 2022. No, not yet. I'm not ending the stream yet. I was thinking about winding up, but obviously a raid came through. And I do want to actually try and sketch this roof in a little bit. But I do want to maybe do that durian. It might be a fun way to like wrap up. It is Friday. But then Wayan, you've just reminded me that I need to go get McDonald's. Okay. That's... Oh, you know what the problem is though? That doesn't come down low enough. Talk about silly. Let me get a darker color. At least we know how far the wall needs to come down to, or the ceiling need. bum, buddy bum bum bum. The closest to a music stream, me just humming along to a random playlist for stream music. Oh no, 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 wrong layer. Lightning Demon, is it just a ray? No, it isn't. So it's 2 syllables. A fish with a really long body. I guess it's a fish. A sea creature with a really long body. Yep, 2 syllables, not others. Wayan says that it's Friday, they can stay up late. So when am I gonna order a fillet? Must be I love it. Elay. Okay. That works-ish. You're definite. Wow, Wayan, you're getting really good at that. Nice. Look at you learning skills. Okay, let me see. I think there's a fun little hint. That I'm thinking of. It's just like playing in my mind. Let's see. When the moon hits your eye like a baked pizza pie, it's... Yes, yay! Well done, Lightning Demon. You got it. I'm sure it wasn't a song though. But you got it, Lightning. Oh, it was a song. It was playing in my head when I picked that as the rhyme.
Gold!
Yay, bud, you got it! Well done, y'all. I'm so happy. That's a fun one, isn't it? It's a silly little thing. Thank you, Lightning, for saying that's a fun game to add to the stream. So it started really early on, and let's be honest, it's actually what most of the regulars are here for. They have no idea what I'm doing half the time. They don't understand the games I play. It's really weird as well, so I don't blame them at all. Ooh, Wayan, can we do another boss fight? Yeah, we can do another boss fight. I just type in boss, don't I? I should put this as a redeem. I think it'll be fun. Hopefully we have more people now, or hopefully the boss isn't that difficult. So everyone, if you want to join in the boss fight, you type in !join, and then either warrior, priest, or mage, depending on what you like to fight as. Okay, wait, and you might be solo. You might be going solo this time. Oops. But you'll be fine, I'm sure. Oops. Of course. People can't ask for anything else, can they? Yay, lightning! Ooh, the Pumpkin King. Is that the only, like, boss that I have available now in the system? So the reason why I'm also excited about bosses it's also because when I was asking one of my best friends for ideas on what I should draw, or like learn how to draw, use as practice, he actually asked me to do monsters because of like, you know, pixel art's kind of history with games and whatnot. Yes, you need to press a number. You either 1 to smite, 2 to like focus your damage, or 3 to heal, but you need to add someone. It's a little box that has popped up, but I don't know if you are in the battle. You might have missed the battle queue, but I think you can type exclamation mark join. Let me Google that. Stream. Oh, nice, but you know the commands. Look at you, I was trying to Google that. Did you join? Okay, let me check the command. I know that earlier Silver slipped in. Boop boop boo. Boop boop boo. I don't know what, I can't remember what command he used. Bum bum bum. Oh, you can't join halfway through. It has to be in that first like 60 seconds or so. Oh, Silver wasn't. Okay. My bad. That is cutesy. Okay. Okay, this works out. I kind of like that. Bum 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 ba-dum. Boom boom boom. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. 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 Bum bum. Bud says that they think I'm getting better at pixel art. Yay, that's great! Thank you for that, Bud. You think this perspective kind of works? Yes. I think so too. It's cuter, isn't it? Than the isometric one on the right. Like, I think that, I mean, I like the work that I did for the isometric one. But this perspective is cute. I like it. Do. Yes, Bot. I am gonna make it 2 stories, so that's just like the first story. I want to figure out how to do the second story. Oh no, oh no. Wei Yan, it's scowling at you, scowling at you. How exciting though, the battles. Yeah, and I think doing it in this like style works. And what do I mean by style? I don't know. My brain just died. Okay, so what I was referring to was if I did like the outlines of the colors and whatnot. I think that works. I think that works nicely. To kind of give it that kind of effect. Oh no, did Wei Yan die with one hit? That's ridiculous. I'll need to go see if I can change that. That seems unfair. Okay, I mean, I don't know if it is, but it seems a little unfair to me. But then again, I'm terrible at games, y'all, so... Not too bad, Rhymes. Not too bad at all. I wonder if I should try make it like even more rounded, chunkier. Probably could do that, can't I? Like that. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, that has like a nice chunky gingerbready feel to it. I like that. Which means let's do this. Let's do this. Let's make it all nice and cutesy. Oh, I like that. So, oh Wei Yan, you gotta go. Sorry, I didn't see that. Go, go, go. Thank you so much for dropping by, Wei, and it was lovely having you as always. I might stream tomorrow. I'll try. I'll try stream tomorrow, but thank you so much. Lightning says that they remember wanting to learn pixel art. How did I start? I think it was a random like YouTube tutorial. Bye, Wei Yan. Sending you all the love. Have a good night. Don't stay up too late, even though it's Friday. Yeah, so Lightning, I think I just looked up like a random tutorial on portraits. I like how to do pixel art, and a lot of them are for video games and whatnot. But one thing I really like about pixel art as well is that you get a piece of art that you like, and you can literally just zoom in to see how the pixels landed. But there are some tutorials which I really found quite helpful and quite interesting ways. I think Soul Art is one of them. There's another guy who's a bit more technical, a bit more long-winded, but you get a lot of information from them as well. Actually, Lightning, if you want, I can send you some of the YouTube channels that I watched. Oh my god, y'all beat the boss? Amazing! Congratulations! That's so cool. And everyone gets the points, right? Not like even those who were defeated, like those who got killed. Congratulations, y'all. But yeah, Lightning, let me know. I can like find some of the YouTube tutorials I found helpful, and I'm still using them. I rewatched a lot of the tutorials as well. I just started doing it again because I hadn't practiced for months, and RJ rightfully was nagging at me for months to start again. So just last week I started again from scratch, didn't know how to do anything, completely forgot how to use the app as well. So I'll send that to you. And yes, thank you, Lightning, for self-serving. I was about to type that in. We do have a Discord. It's really quiet and lots of other people put art into that, because lots of really good people doing nice creative stuff in there. And Valente Worm, who's one of these people, who's newly joined our community, who is an artist and illustrator who's also learning how to do pixel art, mainly for video games, which is super cool. Valente Worm said that one thing that helps to look cuter is using less saturated and also complementary colors. Maybe if you do the roof shading more to a soft orange. It's just a guess though, not sure. No, thank you for that reminder. It's a really good reminder as well. I think I was just blocking out random colors, but this is probably a very good time, since I'm trying to do shading and all that, to pick a palette. And I found this like Studio Ghibli palette that I thought was super cute. Pumpkin King. Okay, I definitely need to find more bosses. Okay, don't worry, Lightning and Bot, I'm cheering on for you, and you have other NPCs that's in there. Lightning, you said that it's one of the things you really want to learn, you just don't know how to start. Actually, you just freaking reminded me of how to do it. I found it was actually this YouTube channel, and it was like a daily challenge, like, you know, you do every day you had to draw something, and I kind of started with that. I got bored of it really quickly because it was kind of like a bit too simple. Not too simple at all, actually, my bad. It was very difficult, and I was like, I want to do things that I want to do after a while, but I kind of practiced with that for a bit. Let me see whether I can open up September challenge, I think it was called, but I mean I just did it whenever, right? So like, for example, try drawing a cat like that. Or, oops. Also did like a little doggy, like that. I think the frog was pretty cute. I was quite proud of the frog. Yeah, and Lightning was interesting because this particular thing was literally just black and white, right? And it's pretty small. So it's like, oh, it really kind of like taught me like almost the fundamentals. Oh, I think my mouse is cute. Like, look at that. It's kind of like a mouse. You can kind of see it. And did I like my pig? Okay, my pig looked more like a hippopotamus. I know. But yeah. And I think after that, the next thing I did was like a little portrait for one of my... Oh no, actually I think this was the first thing I did. Weirdly enough, it was this portrait of a friend, and I animated that little head shape. Oh, thank you, Lightning. You can see it's a pig. But yeah, so I did this, and that kind of got me in love with it. So if you want to do the like September challenge or something, actually I'll be more than happy to do it with you. We can like take the cues and we'll just do them, and we can put that into the creative channel. Actually, if you want to learn how to do pixel art, it will also force me to do more practice, even on days I don't feel inspired to. So let me know, that might be fun. No pressures though. I'm gonna take the advice from Valente Worm. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. And switch out Zakalis. Ta 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 ta. Because I think this does work nicely. Oops. No, wrong. Edit. What is that? I keep forgetting the color. Shift R, okay. Ta 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 ta. Alright. Two. Wrong. Valente Werman saying it right. Amazing. Lightning Demon says that they'll let me know you're in between things right now. Thank you very much. No, thank you. Always very happy to have someone to learn new things with. And you're in between things. I hope that you're not too stressed, and I hope it's all fun, interesting things that you're going between. Shift R. Now this palette doesn't have very cool tones for some reason. Not cool tones, but like the other colors seem to be a bit intense. It might just be me. But we'll see. I don't think this particular palette, but I need to pay good attention to what Valente Worm said, because it's very right. And I want to get the colors spot on. Spotty oni on the spots. I do like how the cute round. I might be risking overdoing it a little bit, but I like how that little curly whirly bitsy botsy's look. That's cute, I think. Yeah, it actually looks a lot, it reads a lot more like the actual designs and patterns that you would find in these like Peranakan shop houses. This is definitely a lot more intricate. This is interesting, right? It's a lot more intricate, but actually a lot simpler than the one on the right as well. I like this exercise because I think it's kind of taught me to like abstract things and just what's the most important of the forms that I want to read as well. Interesting. Let's see. Valente Wam says, looks cute indeed. Thank you. Oh no, bad. Did the pumpkin monster kill you? Bad pumpkin monster. You're not meant to kill my friends. Oops. What's the alarm going off? Okay. You know what? Screw it. Let me just play around with the colors. As weird as that looks. Let's see, can I... Let's see if I can replicate the magic that I did. Because I don't quite remember how I did it. To make these darn things look. Like they were curved. That's not it at all. Interesting. We'll see whether or not that's something that we can maintain. But you know what? I'll pause there because I feel like too much on the brain for that one. I'm now... Wayne isn't here anymore, but she did say maybe draw Durian. Lightning says they have to go. Hope that I have a great stream. Thanks for encouraging you to learn Pixel. No, thank you for coming in with the raid. It was so good. Go, go, go. Have a great evening. We are going to be wrapping up things here very soon as well. So thank you so much. And looking forward to learning stuff with you. Have a great evening.
Gold, gold,
Whoops.
gold!
Brandon Minecrafter, you got it. Okay, you know what? I'll take that as a sign. I'll take that as a sign. Oh my heavens. It's been almost 3 hours that we've been going on. This is ridiculous. Okay, you know what, y'all? Let's call it an evening. Let's call it an evening. Brandon Minecrafter giggling at that. Yes, and yes, I do need to eat, but being an enabler for unwise decisions. Oh yeah, that actually is a reminder. Should I be doing something for 200 followers? We're only 11 away. That'll be fun though, right? Like we do little, I don't know, emotes or characters and stuff. And if you're new here, do drop us a follow. And if you are not new here and you're subbed, you may notice we have some new emotes. There's some more on the way. I'm still waiting for them to get approved. But I did do... actually, you know what? I can show them to you, I think. Because I did make them. There you go. I made this one. Look at that. I was trying to learn how to do the squishy things. I have a little jumpy. So it was just meant to be a bouncing ball. But I'm pretty proud of how I made the... Oh, actually. It's too small, isn't it? I'm pretty proud of how I made the leaf and the stalk look like it's moving. So I'm waiting for that to get approved as another animated emote. I know very different orange style, but hey, sue me. Okay. Let's go see whom we should share the love with, because we got so much love today. It's blown my mind. Y'all are amazing. Absolutely adore you. Bum 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 bum. Who's online that we should send love to? Who's online? Actually, do y'all have anyone who is online? There are a couple of people who are online, but we have actually rated them before. So it might be fun or nice to share the love in a new direction this evening. So let me know if there's anyone you particularly enjoy who's online right now. I'll take a look, see if there's anyone playing the kind of games that I enjoy. Maybe there are other people doing pixel art. Oh, okay. So there's someone who I think is quite famous, in like I just discovered them on the, like the Twitter for pixel art. I really want to go see their stream, and they're streaming right now. I didn't even realize that they were a streamer. So let's do this. Let's go look for this person. Let's join this person. I think it'll be super cool. That's in there. Valenti Worm, you're leaving now. Nice stream. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for dropping by. I mean, you've inspired me to go look for another pixel artist. Thank you for all of the advice as well. I'll see you around. Hopefully soon. Take care. Minecrafter says, ooh, nice choice. Awesome. Okay, let's go. And I love the name as well. Tofu Pixel, because I love tofu. Let's do this. Tofu Pixel. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with me this Friday night. Thank you, Random Minecrafter, for making sure the raid call is there and ready and good for everyone. Again, I always get surprised at how much time just seems to pass me by when I'm trying to learn pixel art. We weren't even that productive today. That was hilarious. I mean, I wasn't productive. We flapped around. We kind of did a little bit of blocking for the pixel art, which I think is pretty cool. I think that was cool though. I kind of learned how this new perspective works. I do think it is a lot cuter than what we had, the one on the left compared to the one on the right. But it's pretty amazing, isn't it? Into that. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. As always, we had a whole bunch of new people joining our community today. Valenti Worm, Nemo Plank, and Lightning Demon, and Only Because Must Be a Rockstar raided us, brought that lovely community in as well. So it's been a joy having you, and I will see you soon. Maybe another stream this weekend, more games, maybe a bit more pixel art, But till then, have a great evening, or depending on where in the world you are, afternoon or day. Bye bye.